If you say, why not bomb them tomorrow? I say, why not today? If you say, today at 5 o'clock, I say, why not 1 o'clock? John Von Neumann. During the Cold War, the United States military used the code name Broken Arrow for accidents involving nuclear weapons. These incidents were not battle nor deliberate strikes, but accidents. Some ended with detonations, some with near misses, and others remain unsolved mysteries. Each one illustrates how close humanity came to nuclear catastrophe by mistake. In this documentary, we'll explore 10 of the most shocking Broken Arrow incidents, spanning from 1950 through the late Cold War, events that shaped nuclear policy, public fear, and the fragile balance of the atomic age. Number 1. The first Broken Arrow, B-36 crash, 1950. In February 1950, a U.S. Air Force B-36 bomber was flying a simulated nuclear strike mission from Alaska to Texas. On board, a Mark IV nuclear bomb. When 3 engines caught fire, the crew bailed out. Before abandoning the aircraft, they jettisoned the bomb into the Pacific Ocean. The bomb's plutonium core wasn't installed, but its conventional explosives were live. It detonated in the ocean, leaving only twisted fragments. The wreckage of the bomber itself wasn't found until decades later. This was the first official Broken Arrow. It proved something chilling. Nuclear weapons could be lost and simply disappear. Number 2. B-29 crash, 1950. Later that same year, a U.S. Air Force B-29 Superfortress lifted off from Fairfield-Sassoon Air Force Base in California. On board was a Mark IV nuclear bomb. Shortly after takeoff, one of the aircraft's engines caught fire. The crew struggled to control the heavy bomber as it lost altitude, but within minutes, the plane went down just outside the base perimeter. The conventional explosives inside the Mark IV detonated on impact, sending a massive shockwave across the countryside. Windows shattered in nearby towns and a fireball lit up the sky, but because the bomb's nuclear core was not installed, a nuclear explosion was avoided. The human cost, however, was severe. 19 men were killed, including Brigadier General Robert Travis, the commander of the 9th Bomb Wing. In his honor, Fairfield-Sassoon Air Force Base was later renamed Travis Air Force Base, a name it still carries today. The crash served as a grim reminder. Even without a nuclear detonation, the weapons of the early atomic age carried deadly risks. And in 1950 alone, America would face not one, but multiple such accidents. Number 3. The Mars Bluff Incident, South Carolina, 1958. In March 1958, a B-47 bomber accidentally dropped a nuclear bomb over Mars Bluff, South Carolina. The bomb lacked its nuclear core, but its 7,600 pounds of TNT exploded when it hit the ground. The blast obliterated a family's home, left a 70-foot crater, and injured 6 civilians. For the first time, Americans realized these accidents didn't just threaten distant oceans or foreign soil. They could strike their own neighborhoods. Number 4. Tybee Island Lost Bomb, 1958. Only months later, near Savannah, Georgia, a B-47 collided with a fighter jet during a training mission. The bomber, badly damaged, was ordered to jettison its Mark 15 hydrogen bomb into the water near Tybee Island. The weapon, 3.5 megatons, was never recovered. To this day, it remains lost off the coast of Georgia. Locals still whisper about the Tybee bomb. Official statements insist it cannot detonate. But if the secondary fusion core is intact, the potential yield could dwarf Hiroshima many times over. Number 5. Goldsboro, North Carolina, 1961. On January 24, 1961, a B-52 Stratofortress carrying 2 Mark 39 hydrogen bombs broke apart mid-air over Goldsboro, North Carolina. One bomb fell safely, but the other almost detonated. Investigators later revealed 3 of the bomb's 4 safety switches failed. Had the last switch not held, the eastern seaboard might have seen a 4-megaton explosion, capable of killing millions. A declassified report decades later called it a near catastrophe of the highest order. Number 6. Palomares, Spain, 1966, 13 to 1530. A US B-52 collided with a tanker plane during mid-air refueling over Palomares, Spain. 4 hydrogen bombs fell. 3 landed on land. Their conventional explosives detonated, scattering plutonium dust across farmland. The 4th bomb sank into the Mediterranean Sea. After months of searching, the Navy finally recovered it with submersibles. The cleanup operation required Spanish soil to be shipped to the United States for burial. The incident sparked an international scandal, proving that U.S. nuclear risks were not America's burden alone. Number 7. Thule Air Base, Greenland, 1968, 1530 to 1730. In January 1968, another B-52 carrying nuclear weapons crashed near Thule Air Base, Greenland. The bomber, part of the Airborne Alert Program Chrome Dome, was patrolling Arctic skies when a fire forced the crew to eject. The plane disintegrated on impact, scattering radioactive debris across ice and water. Danish workers were recruited for the cleanup. Many later reported cancer and illness. The accident ended airborne alert patrols, marking a turning point in Cold War nuclear strategy. Number 8. Damascus Titan II missile explosion, Arkansas, 1980, 1730 to 2000 hours. On September 18, 1980, at a Titan II missile silo in Damascus, Arkansas, a technician accidentally dropped a socket wrench. The tool punctured the missile's fuel tank, causing a leak. Hours later, the silo exploded. Inside was a 9-megaton warhead, one of the most powerful ever built. The warhead was blown clear of the silo, but, by sheer luck, did not detonate. The Damascus accident remains one of the closest calls in nuclear history, triggered not by war, but by a dropped wrench. Number 9. The Soviet side, K-219 submarine, 1986, 20 to 2200 hours. Broken arrows weren't unique to the United States. The Soviet Union had its share of nuclear accidents, many shrouded in secrecy. In 1986, the ballistic missile submarine K-219 suffered a catastrophic missile tube explosion in the Atlantic. The blast killed several sailors and forced the crew to abandon ship. K-219 sank with 15 nuclear missiles on board, each armed with multiple warheads. The wreck lies on the seabed, its warheads rusting in silence. Number 10. Legacy and Lessons Post-Cold War, 2200 hours to 2400 hours. By the end of the Cold War, dozens of nuclear weapons had been lost, destroyed, or scattered through accidents. Some were recovered. Others remain missing in oceans, under soil, or locked in classified silence. The legacy of broken arrows is sobering. Humanity built machines of unthinkable power, then lost control of them, sometimes literally. Every accident reminds us how thin the margin was between peace and nuclear fire. The Cold War ended without nuclear war, but not without nuclear accidents. Broken arrows were not just code words, they were warnings. Warnings that even the most powerful weapons, in the hands of the strongest nations, are vulnerable to human error, mechanical failure, and chance. Perhaps that is the most terrifying truth of all.